Oh, boy. All right. I guess I goofed that up. So we starting early tonight. Ain't no way around it. Anyway, hold on. All right. Okay, hold on, yo. Hold on. Hold on. All right. Chill for a second. I'm way early. I ain't mean to press the live button, but so y'all just gonna have to rock with me until the show actually starts. So if y'all want to talk to me, y'all can talk to me. I'll talk to y'all in the meantime. And but the show won't officially start until 7:00. But I bet you one thing, I won't be late. All right. So boom. All right. Everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Thank it won't. Okay. Gotta set up the Instagram. Y'all seeing too much, man. Y'all seeing it go raw. Y'all seeing it go raw. What up, Cal Chamberlain? Mi favorita. Mona Garris. What up, Mo? How you feeling, ma? It's always good to see me some you. Woo, 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 woo. And T Carry right morning, noon, and night. It's always great to have my peoples going directly into your site. That's word. And Emily Dunlap is in the house. Bow! She's about to turn it out. All right, so tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Emism show, we are talking about as long as you don't break me, as long as you don't embarrass me. So we're talking about people who find themselves in situations where these are basically the only rules that exist. So, you know how like last night we was talking about what has the stronger love bond, marriage or relationship. Well, tonight we kind of piggybacking off of that, but we talking about a different thing. Tonight we're talking about unconventional types of relationships and unorthodox types of tactics or practices within a relationship. So if you've ever been in a relationship where all that really matters is that you make sure that these bills are paid, you make sure that there's enough money to go shopping, you make sure that we get to enjoy all the spoils of or should I say the trappings of success. And you can do whatever you want to out in the world. So you can go out there, you can cheat, you can have kids, you can do whatever you want. Don't bring me no diseases home. I've actually known maybe not marriages, but I've definitely known relationships where that was the case. It was like, well, you can go out there, you can fuck whoever you want to fuck, but don't bring me no diseases home. And don't make me have to explain what's going on to my family, my friends, my coworkers, my neighbors, and all of that. If you can do me that solid, we'll be okay. Everything is going to be okay. So I understand if y'all have never seen anything like that, and if you've never been a part of anything like that. But trust and believe that for everything that you would never dream of doing, there are people out there who are doing just that and probably way, way worse, depending on how you look at it. So we're going to get into that tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Emism show. I'm glad to be here. I'm feeling kind of good. Yeah, I mean, I'm feeling all right. You know what I'm saying? I don't Yeah. You'd be amazed at what some people will allow in their space as long as they don't feel disrespected. Because what might be disrespectful to me might not be the same disrespectful to you. What might be disrespectful to you might not be disrespectful to me. So that's how we getting it down tonight. on that daily go get mism show. You think, oh, hold on. That's what I gotta do. Hold on. Hold on to your life. Got to hold on. Alright, that's cool. That's cool. I know I gotta get that drink. Get the drizzy. Dizzy. See, once you start the stream, you can't turn it off. So you have to go where you have to go. Okay. Where's that? Okay. All right, y'all, let's rock. We are ready. We are ready and we are in motion. We do this taking off fast lane, no coasting. All right, let's rock. All right, start this shizzo. Robbie Ming. My big sis doing the thing. She's something like a queen to a king. Thanks for coming through, queen. Stacy White, what's going on? Get it right. I'm glad to see you right here tonight. Word.
For your show now, press 1 to hear important.
Okay.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
All right. All right.
For your show now, press 1.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Let's rock, y'all. Yeah. Forget y'all saw me before. I know we've been in like 5 minutes or 4 before the show really started, but we gonna do this thing. We gonna get crazy and retarded. That's real. We do this thing how we feel, and I'm glad to be right here. Yo, you know the deal. My skills are something that's unsurpassed, and we gonna have something tonight just for that ass. And we gotta do this thing like this, and everything is gonna be like this. I won't miss, and everything is gonna be all right, and everything is gonna be all right. Friday, summer night, yeah. It's the Daily Go Get It Missing Show. I'm your host, Son752, and tonight on the Daily Go Get It Missing Show, we talking about as long as it don't break me, as long as it don't embarrass me. So we talking about unorthodox, unconventional relationships and situations like that. Have you ever been like that and step up the bat? Well, you may not have, but many people have done that. So don't act like you never seen it before. Maybe you haven't. But tonight we're going to have a conversation about this. Tonight, as long as you don't embarrass me, as long as you don't break me. And when I say break me, I mean as long as you don't mess my money up. As long as you paying me, or as long as you ain't spending all of my cash, it's gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. We do this thing like every day. So tonight we're gonna have a conversation. This should be kind of serious. Of course, we're gonna have some fun just like we always do. But unconventional relationships can span over a lot of individuals, because when you really think about it, more than likely you haven't patterned your relationship after anybody else that you have known. And even if you have, you couldn't be there with somebody else every waking moment of their personal relationship with somebody else to really know what they would do and what they say and what the rules are in their situations. So all we really have is what we have done. Now, you know, people are out there in open relationships. Now, what do you think really happens in an open relationship? You know, I mean, people who have been in open relationships make it sound like it was all good, like it was all cool, like you was all right, nobody cussed the fool. Yo, everybody does what they supposed to, and I can't see the show through. So we're going to talk about this and that kind of stuff tonight, and everything is going to be all right. Everything is going to be all right. Think it won't. So let's get it popping. Urban Therapy with Sun 752, and this is the daily go get emism show. We do this every single day. Every day it rains. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. We break it down, baby. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. Every day it rains. And the DG will do the same. I am your host, Sun 752, aka Omar with the. And if you can't say Omar with the, well, then you just say Omar with the R. But what you won't say is Lamar with the. That's Omar, not Lamar. It's never Lamar. So tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Em Business Show, we talking about as long as it don't break me, as long as you don't embarrass me, as long as you don't break me, and as long as you don't embarrass me. I said as long as you don't break me, and as long as you don't embarrass me. Maybe you are aware, maybe you aren't aware of some of the things that some people will allow, as long as there is a financial agreement put in place that is honored by both parties. You would be surprised at how many things that some people will let slide, as long as they don't have to be confronted by the neighbors, be confronted by their coworkers, be confronted by their cousins, be confronted by their mom, dad, ancestors, and brothers. Don't have grandma asking me why she seen your ass in the grocery store feeling on melons and testing oranges with another hoe. Yo, don't make me have to explain that to my granny. It's like that sometimes. And of course, we might turn our nose up at it, and we might roll our eyes at it, and we might even suck our teeth at it like. But you cannot discount the agreement that a couple has in place, as long as it works for both of them. The question I've always had when I have heard about these types of situations is, who presents the scenario first? Because it doesn't start off like that. Like, hey, I like you. You are cute. I want you all to myself, but not right now. What I want you to do is I want you to see whoever you want to see besides me, and I want to see whoever I want to see besides you. And we're going to get together or apart right from the beginning. You with it? I don't think it happens like that. What I think happens is situations present themselves after the relationship has already started and started to progress, and one person wasn't really happy with the situation. So they presented some changes, like, yo, why don't we try this? Or what do you think of this? on one side, personally, I would say that it definitely takes balls to present that. Like, let's say you a dude and you got a girl and you've been cheating anyway. You keep getting caught cheating. And so you say, well, listen, I don't really want to hurt your feelings. I don't really want to keep cheating on you, but I gotta have more than one. So this is what we gotta do. You either gotta let me have more than one, or we gotta split up. What's it gonna be? Now, women are always talking about, well, if you just want to do this or you just want to do that, ask me, because you don't know. I might be with it. I might not want just you. I might not blah, 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 blah. Well, what happens when it actually gets presented to you? More than likely, what's going to happen is, well, you should have told me that in the beginning. You don't wait until we already are supposed to be in a committed relationship, and then I've already caught you cheating 3 times, 2 times with the same girl, and then the 3rd time with another girl. You should have told me up front, not all after the fact. But at the same time, she might be so in love with him, or as most people would probably say, her self-esteem might be so low that she might actually go for it. You know how anytime somebody does something or agrees to something that we would never agree to, we normally charge them with having low self-esteem. You got low self-esteem. You got low self-esteem. Mm-hmm. You put hog maws in the greens. You got low self-esteem. Mm-hmm. You're 4th grader reading on a 2nd grade level. You got low self-esteem. Mm-hmm. 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 Your steering wheel is at 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock instead of 9 o'clock and 3 o'clock. You got low self-esteem. Mm-hmm. 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 Your mama and your daddy wasn't married, but they was pretending like they was for 20 years. You got low self-esteem. Uh-huh. 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 You gotta lift up your door. You gotta lift up your door by the door handle or by the knob in order to close the bathroom door or the other doors in the house. None of your doors in your house work right. You gotta lift them up and put them in, into the door frame. Lift up. You got low self-esteem. You got low. Yes, you do. 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 You let him finger you in the movies. You got low self-esteem. He treat you like a hoe. Uh-huh. You got low self-esteem. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You graduated high school when you was 19. You got low self-esteem. Uh-huh. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You use the wrong emojis on your iPhone. You got low self-esteem. You got low self-esteem. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Your car got hubcaps on them instead of polished rims. You got low self-esteem. Hubcaps. I was out to get those. You got 3 chrome rims and a donut. You got low self-esteem. And I say, party people, your dreams have now been fulfilled. This is so crazy. Why I talk about some. Don't start that low self-esteem talk. You got chill. He said, fingerings in the theater is perfectly acceptable. You know what? We're not doing that. You was only 13. You got low self-esteem. Adults was teasing you. They was looking at you type funny and shit. Yeah, I mean, let that nigga finger you in the you got finger popped in the movies. Friday the 13th. Y'all hear those sound effects? You got low self-esteem. Yeah, you got low self-esteem. You got any hand sanitizer? Shit. I got low self-esteem. What y'all know? Okay. But that's what we talking about tonight. Tonight on the Daily Go Get 'Em show. We talking about as long as you don't break me, as long as you don't embarrass me. A lot of people will let you almost do anything that you want. At least that's the way it's going to look in the eyes of those who would never even consider being in that type of situation, never consider being in that type of scenario. They won't deal in that kind of. They don't deal in that kind of stuff. They don't deal in that kind of stuff. But somewhere out there in the world, there's a whole lot of unscrupulous activity going on, a whole lot of unconventionality going on, a whole lot of unorthodox behavior going on. The new normal, the new normal, the new normal. Right now, somebody is structuring their situation so nobody asks any questions. One thing my late great dad always said that I preach and teach all the time is questions that don't get asked don't have to get answers. Questions that don't get asked don't have to get answered. So that's saying that that's basically saying it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So if you handle your business right, then nobody will ever come up to you and ask you what you're doing or how come you're doing it or what's up with that or is it right or wrong. So in a relationship between a man and a woman, really, we say that nobody should know what's going on in your bedroom or in your living room or inside the walls and the doors of your home, right? We say that, but do we really practice that? And how much privacy should remain private in order to still remain healthy? Because, if you say, well, nobody should know what's going on in the home, but somebody in the home is getting their ass whooped on a regular basis on some abusive shit, that's not a good look. That's not a good look. That's not healthy. And it shouldn't be kept a secret. Somebody needs help. So, unfortunately, there have been situations where women have been abused or even men. There have been plenty of situations where there was domestic abuse in the home, and as long as the woman didn't have to go to work the next day and explain the big ass black eye she got, or how come she missing a tooth, or how come her nose is looking crooked, or how come she can't write with her left hand even though she left-handed because somebody done put her in an arm bar and damn near broke her arm. Her shit is in a sling. Men have been abused too. You know what I mean? You might get with a chick that was just a little too rough growing up. She dotted your eye. She dotted your eye and crossed your teeth. I'm sorry. She dotted your eye and crossed your teeth. Know what I'm talking about? Yeah, but as long as nobody knew about it, as long as nobody had to answer any questions about it, you may have let it go on for a long time. There are couples who fight and fuck all the time. That's their thing. We fight, then we fuck. We don't even fuck unless we fight. We gotta have that. We gotta have that angry, combative, grudge match energy in order for it to carry over to the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? My brother from another mother, Norris Hill, sit back, relax, do your thing, Max, and chill. Let me talk to you for a minute, my brother. My brother from another mother, Norris Hill. Have you ever dealt with a woman that you were having sexual relations with, and you know, like the twat might have been okay. You knew that she should have had better potential than this, but it was okay. And then one day, some fuck shit happened. Maybe y'all got into a bad argument. Maybe y'all actually got physical with each other. And that night, she was sponged right out of the bucket wet. And you was like, we have fucked 25 times, and you only had the partial wet joint. Tonight, it's like the pussy finally came of age. And you realize what it took in order to really get her off. You gotta fight her. You gotta beat her. You gotta scare her. You gotta put her in a normally uncomfortable situation in order to make her feel comfortable. Has it ever happened to you, my brother? It happened to me. Ain't that right, Mix Master ICE? Roxanne. Has that ever happened to you, my brother? And he says, and woke up to breakfast and well, I'll be damned. Oh my God. He said, and he woke up to breakfast in bed. So before, she was only semi-wet every time. You thinking, oh, well, you know how all women are different. There are degrees of wetness. You thinking she's only mid-grade. She only gets mid-grade wet until that fuck shit happened and you realize like, oh shit. She that kind of freak. Oh, I'm gonna have to whoop this joint ass on a regular basis in order to get the snapper. That shit wasn't the snapper before. It might have been like trout. It might have been like, sea bass. Or it might have been like, I don't know. It wasn't the snapper. It wasn't a snapper. That's what it wasn't. No kind of snapper. It wasn't no turtle. It wasn't no alligator. It wasn't no snapper. It wasn't no red snapper. That shit was like spots, croakers, silver trout, along that ilk until that fuck shit happened. And all of a sudden the pussy grew up. She became an adolescent overnight. Well. Okay. Let's see. Carol Chamberlain, you mean I can't call you Lamar? No, you can't. I never liked that name. Yo, Lamar. Like, black people be tripping. Let me see. Carol says, sorry, son, but I think it's always a man who puts it out there. And you're probably right. You're probably right, Carol, but here's the thing. More than likely, the man is only going to put it out there with a woman that he really thinks is going to grab onto it. He's not going to put it out there with a woman that he don't think is going to go for that shit. He's just going to keep on cheating on the low. He'll keep cheating and apologizing. But if he puts it out there, like, listen, you know what I mean? I need 2 or 3. And if you agree, together we'll be. Other than that, we got the SPLIT. Okay. No, it says you got 62% rum and alcohol instead of 92. You got low self-esteem. Yeah. Guys, I was like, where your hands been, son? I'm just saying. It was just I told that. Mona Garrett says, I guess I've been spoiled since I've been in VA because anytime I go to a theater, I don't touch any doors, any concession stands. Hell, everything is delivered to your seat. Wow. Okay, that's what's up. Okay, Carol Taylor says, that's cool, Mona. Not sure if our theaters are open. Yeah, they are. They're open now. But you know what it is. Nar says, however, calling the law ended all of that. Yeah, man. That's a little bit too much. Yo, this little role-playing game ain't no more fun. No. Mona Garrett says, not feeling the fish metaphors. I understand. I do. Tammy G, what's going on, ma? Thanks for coming on through. It's good to see you. Yo, make sure that y'all hit that like button, y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure that y'all share the show. Share the show. I'd appreciate it. Do it for word. All right. So yeah. You would be surprised at what some couples have in agreement or what they agree to, as long as they keep it between them two. It could be infidelity. Of course, swinging. A lot of people do swinging, but that's rarely a secret. I have never known a swinging couple to keep that shit secret. Swingers always be like, yeah, we do this. That's what we do. Yeah, this saved our marriage. Yet I've never known a swinging couple that kept swinging and it turned out right. Maybe if they would have kept their swinging on the low some kind of way, like maybe swing out of state or something like that, maybe it might have worked out better. But what normally happens in a swinging relationship is one or both of the swingers in the relationship wind up falling for the person that they were swinging with. Variety is a spice of life. But as far as I'm concerned, once you present to your partner that you want to start swinging and all of that, your relationship it's already been in dire straits. You were already in trouble. And that's me saying that. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody, but I do know this. In my life, I've seen enough situations where as long as they kept it in the crib, everything was all right. I've been in cribs where this was going on, and I didn't know. I know that growing up, I used to go over my friend's house, and I didn't know that their mom and their dad didn't sleep in the same bedroom. They were basically separated, living in the same house, but they kept that in that house. And here's the crazy part. They had another baby. So I guess during their household separation, at times when they came together, they made another daughter. Type shit like that. That kind of shit. So they were able to keep that on the low. Because I know I would have asked about that when I was younger. Like, why your mom and your dad why they don't sleep in? But then again, would I have asked or would I have just tried to figure it out? I'm thinking that I probably would have asked, but that's not a slam dunk. That's not a slam dunk. A lot of times, I've been known to mind my business. I have. I will observe on some old. If it don't involve me, no, I see what's going on. I ain't gotta ask no questions. However, if it's something dealing with me, something that involves me, I'm asking. Okay. Now we talking about situations where, as long as you don't embarrass me, we can do this, we can do that, I'll let you have this, you let me have that, whatever. As long as you don't embarrass me, as long as you don't humiliate me, as long as you don't try to play me or make me feel played by other people. Yeah, some shit might jump off. Mona Garrett says, and they will say, my wife wants you. Okay. Carol Chamberlain says, you probably would with your nosy ass. Yeah. Y'all might think I'm nosy from here, but in real life, you know, you get more, you get more information by keeping your mouth shut anyway. You start poking around and asking questions. That's like a detective or the cops coming around the way after a crime has been committed. What you think we gonna tell them? Nobody ain't see shit. Mm-hmm. See who? When? I don't know. Nah, sorry, officer. I'm blind in one eye, can't see out the other. You know how that go. You know? But no, I'm sorry, I don't have any information for you. You let a person go ahead and be themselves, they're going to show themselves their true behavior anyway. Well, and I say their true behavior, I don't mean that that's all they do in terms of the truth. What I mean is, what you normally try to hide the most is what normally comes out the worst. So it's like, I be like, go ahead. I give you just enough rope. So when you get caught doing what you say you don't do, you ain't got no excuse. You ain't got no excuse. No, so it says I have to give, quote unquote, her credit for communicating, coming up with ideas to spice things up, unlike others before. Okay. Okay, Trey. I hear what you're saying. But it's real shit. So, yeah. You know, as a black person, whatever block you grew up on, you can best believe that if you grew up on a block with nothing but black people on it, you can best believe it's some crazy, grimy, unorthodox shit going on in each and every household that you don't live in. Ain't none of that shit like the Cosby Show. Ain't none of that shit like the Brady Bunch. Ain't none of that shit like the Jeffersons. Ain't none of that shit like That's My Mama. Ain't none of that shit like, it ain't like Good Times. It ain't like that. Listen, whatever you see on TV, it ain't like that. That's why people who can't deal with reality find it hard to exist. But that's when we talking about, as long as you don't embarrass me. Let's take some time out to talk about, as long as you don't break me. As long as you don't break me. Basically giving somebody a blank check to act a fool. A blank check. The blank check. The blank check of your emotions. Blank check of your behavior. Blank check of what you do. Blank check of your ways. Blank check. Blank check. Blank check. Money is very important to some people. Some people are extremely materialistic. And wait a minute, but don't get me wrong. Just because you like to have your money right doesn't mean that you're materialistic. You could be labeled as being materialistic when your whole existence revolves around what you have, the things that you got. So your sense of self is defined by your stuff, the stuff that you have. Whether it's cars, houses, money, furniture, tools, jewelry, assets, art, whatever. There's a money value on everything when you are a truly materialistic person. And it becomes the difference between somebody who is looking out for themselves and preparing themselves for their financial future and somebody who is materialistic. There are plenty of people who are materialistic who don't work hard for their money or don't work for it at all, but they want to be next to the money. So they will get next to somebody who has that money. And a lot of times the situation is set up so as long as you don't break me, you can do whatever you want to do. So let's take a sugar daddy or sugar mama situation. Now, sugar daddy knows that he's dealing with a younger woman, and the younger woman probably is going to have eyes for a younger man, or at least someone around her age. So his thing might be a lot. Now, don't get me wrong. A lot of sugar daddies are very possessive. Like, shit, for my money, you ain't going nowhere, doing nothing with nobody else at no time. No is the answer. And for other sugar daddies, they like, well, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to set you up a little account. It's going to be our account. I'm going to give you this check card. You can do what you got to do. Pay your bills, shop. You can spend the money, but don't spend all the money. If you spend all the money, it's going to be a problem. So he's basically saying, as long as you don't break me, go ahead. You basically got a blank check. You know how much money is in the account. Don't spend it all because you're going to play yourself. Of course, he's going to have another account that doesn't have her name on it, but he's checking her out to see how she'll handle this. And he also may be saying to her that, look, you can spend as much as you want to. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to provide. And I know you're going to fuck around with them other cats. But don't fucking break me and don't fucking burn me. Don't break me. Don't burn me. Don't have my dick dripping because of these other motherfuckers that you've been fucking with. Don't do me like that. The same way you wouldn't want me to shoot fire in you, do not cover me with the burn. Don't make me have to go to the clinic. I know it sounds crazy, but it's real shit. It's real shit. I mean, shoot, some sugar daddies can't even perform sexually anyway. So it's like, all right, well, don't spend all my money, though. Don't make me feel like a fool. And in essence, he's saying, don't embarrass me either. When I come over, when it's my day to come over, let's say a Friday night, like right now, have my bath water drawn, have my chicken fried. You know what I'm saying? We go on Netflix and chill. That's what we do on Friday night. That's your payday. Just make sure my shit is right. And don't be late. And don't you come too soon. Baby. Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. I see that we have a call on the line. If y'all would like to call into the show, don't hesitate. The number to call is area code 319-527-6199. That's the number to call. I said a 319-527-6199. Yes, y'all. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get on the line. I said a 319-527-6199. Yeah, get your shine, baby. 319-527-6199. 319-527-6199. 319-527-6199. 319-527-6199. Let's see what's going on. Caller with the last number 7019. Welcome to the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thank you for calling in and thank you for holding. What's on your mind this evening, this Friday? First day of Leo.
Good evening. Happy Friday. I just wanted to comment on what you were just talking about. And when you said when a person gets to the point where they say, as long as you don't break me. And me personally, I feel like once a person verbalizes that, I would argue that they've already been broken and embarrassed at some point.
Okay. So what makes you say that though?
Because if you get to the point where you're just like, you know what, go ahead, do any and everything that you want to do, to me that says that you've lost the ability to have any expectations on that individual. Like you've given up on your ability to have levels, to have, demands that in any way that you just thrown that all away and said, you know what, do whatever you want to do, just don't break me. But what could breaking you be at that point?
No, we're talking about breaking. When we talk about breaking, we're talking about money.
Oh, you talking about money?
Mm-hmm. The breaking part is money. The embarrassing part is, yeah. The breaking part is money. Don't drain my bank accounts. Don't have me not being able to pay my bills. Don't have lights being cut off and cars being repossessed and mortgages being foreclosed on.
Okay, so I guess that would only apply if the people, share finances in any way, because I can't see how, if that wasn't the case, how someone could break you financially.
Okay, I don't know if you were I don't know if you were paying attention when I was just talking about the sugar daddy situation.
Mm-hmm.
He was saying that he's going to provide, but don't push me past what I can easily provide for. So let's say if we have an account if I set you up with a bank account, don't make me have to fill it up all the time. Spend wisely, because you're breaking me. And in some well, he's saying, or she's saying, in the case if she's a sugar mama, don't spend me out of what I can afford. I'm going to pay for whatever you want. Yeah, if it's a sugar mama, I got you on your Timbs and your Jordans and your weed. I got you. You know what I'm saying? I got you in your skinny jeans. But don't be stealing money from you when I'm giving you money, because some people will do that. Like, even though you're providing for them, you paying their bills and you giving them money and all that kind of stuff, they still are greedy to the point where they will still steal money from you. So they'll find out where your bank card is, or what your account number is, your checking account number is, and steal the money. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, and in situations where people, okay, in situations where people have been married, a lot of times one person in the marriage is fucking up the money, and it causes a lot of problems in a lot of marriages. So I mean, it's like, yo, I don't care what you doing out there in the world. Don't fuck up my money. Yeah, I know you cheating. Yeah, I know you've been lying. Yeah, I know you grimy and all of that. Don't fuck up this money. That's all I'm saying. If you don't fuck up this money, I'm not really concerned about what you're doing. As a matter of fact, I'm doing what I'm doing, but I'm making sure I'm keeping this money right, though. Mm-hmm. If we starting to get late notices on bills, then we got a problem. If I catch you hanging out with Bill, that's not such a problem. Mm-hmm. That's the break we talking about.
Cool. So what is this? What does that have to do with open relationships? So he's basically telling her she could I'm going to stick with he and she, and he being the one that has the money.
Mhm.
So he's basically telling her that she can spend as much money as she wants to, even if it's on or with other men, as long as it doesn't break him.
Okay. All right. If you were listening from the beginning, we were talking about how some couples are in unorthodox or unconventional situations or relationships. So
Yes.
we're talking about how some people's only rule in their relationship is don't break me. In other words, don't fuck up my money. And for some people,
Okay.
their only rule is don't embarrass me. So whatever you do,
Okay.
do not embarrass me. Do not make me have to answer questions from my parents, my siblings, my cousins, my aunts, uncles, grandparents, co-workers, the neighbors on the streets. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want, but make sure you do it on the low enough to where it don't come back to me from somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
So
I
that's
get the embarrassed part.
okay. So for you, what you were talking about as far as that break is concerned, that might go in the embarrassment part. The person who's only concerned about the money can't be emotionally broken because all they care about is the money anyway. So as long as you don't fuck up this cash, you can do almost whatever you want. You might even be able to embarrass me. How can you want to embarrass me when I'm peeling off these thousands? Ha ha! Who has the last laugh? Oh, y'all laughing at me? I'm laughing all the way to the bank. Let's go straight to the bank. Let's go straight to the bank. And as crazy as it sounds, that's how some people are. You know, they might be materialistic to that degree where they don't really care if you come, go, lay, stay, or pray. Don't fuck up that money though.
Mm.
I've seen it. I've seen
I
it.
don't know.
You know what I mean?
That I never saw before. I mean, I know that there are people who are very concerned about their money, but usually people who are controlling about their finances and in that way and are saying don't mess up my money are usually controlling about that individual spending the money.
Okay.
So in a sense where you telling someone, okay, you can spend whatever, just don't spend too much to cause me to go broke. But you're not checking on what they spend the money on. I don't buy that.
Yeah. Well, what if it's not the person who actually is making the money? What if it's the person
Mm-hmm.
that is being provided for who is saying don't break me? So it could be sort of interchangeable. Like instead of don't break me, is it's like as long as I get paid. You understand what I'm saying? Like, okay.
So
Okay.
if they're not doing anything to earn the money, they won't be broke because they just waiting on a payment.
Yeah.
Unless you're saying don't ever stop giving me the money.
That's what I'm saying. So it can work two ways. You can now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about you, but I've definitely seen situations where the person who was providing the money didn't really care what they partner was doing as long as they didn't fuck up the money. You know, they might have been a trophy in a trophy type of relationship, a trophy husband or a trophy wife. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I've also seen situations where it was flipped around, where as long as the wife, for example, as long as the bills was getting paid, as long as the shopping money was endless, as long as she was driving around and whatever she wanted to, as long as the kids was being provided for and all of that, she didn't really care what her husband did. As long as he was taking care of home, so to speak.
Right.
Financially.
Right. I agree with that.
Well, I'm saying I'm only saying that I've seen it both ways. Right. But it's still a don't break me situation. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I've also seen instances where men give their wives, all the money that they could desire because they're not emotionally invested in that relationship. So the money is sort of to keep her busy because he's going to do whatever he's going to do wherever he's going to do it. So it's just like, here's some money, spend whatever you want to spend, make yourself happy, at least in that way, because I'm not coming home.
It's unorthodox though, right?
Right.
It's unconventional, right? It's not the everyday type of relationship that's healthy. It's not the type of thing where you would desire to give in. Like you won't hear too many people say, well, as long as he's making millions of dollars, I don't give a fuck what he do. Some people might think that, but they won't verbalize it. And some people wound up right in those situations. And you can see it happening because of the way that the relationship developed from the beginning. If a dude already started or a woman already started out from the beginning, providing all crazy, buying you all this stuff and all that, they was priming you. You know what I'm saying? If they didn't make you their number one priority, but they made providing for you their number one priority, and you're not paying attention because you ain't used to having shit anyway. You know what I'm saying? So you say, oh, this is great. Only a person who really loved me will buy me all this shit. Not really realize, like, shit, they do this for everybody. This ain't nothing special.
Right.
So let me ask you this. Have you ever been in a situation where you felt that way? Like maybe you felt that the situation had already gone farther than you wanted it to go, or farther than you felt like you could control it. So you just said, well, you know what? Until I can get myself together, whatever, these are the rules that I'm going to have to set in here. All right. So I know what you're doing. I ain't going to get into it and all of this, but this is what you better not do. Don't embarrass me, or don't fuck this money up, or don't stop providing or whatever. Have you ever found yourself in that situation or close to a situation like that you knew of?
Yeah, I found myself in a situation where I found out that, the person wasn't necessarily being forthcoming with their situation and, but it wasn't immediate. So, after time, feelings, emotion, and all of that is invested in a person, but I've never gotten to the point where I was like, you know what, you can do whatever you want to do, just don't embarrass me or just don't break me. Now, because as much as people say that if he does such and such, I'm leaving, or if she does such and such, I'm leaving. Depending on your degree of where you're at with that person emotionally, where you saw yourself going with that person, it may not be as easy. Like what the two of you share, whether it's children, whether it's businesses, whether it's whatever it is, even if it wasn't a legal marriage or a marriage, it may not be as easy to just pick yourself up and walk away. You may struggle with it over some time, going back and forth, because you want it to work and you try different methods, to get it to where you want it to be. And a part of you believes that if a person sees how much they've hurt you, that they may get it together, or they may change how they were doing things prior to you finding out. Now, does that always work? No, it doesn't always work, because sometimes people, know what they want, but they just don't say it. And because they don't say it, they're kind of leaving you out in limbo. So it's up to you to do whatever you need to do for yourself, emotionally, physically, mentally, in order to be in a good space. Now, if being in a good space is you accepting that this person is never going to be the person that you want them to be, then that's a personal choice. Everybody can't live with that, but again, it does happen. and I know everybody wants to say, I'm one and done. I ain't doing, but that's just not reality.
It's not a reality for some people. Yeah. It's easy to judge somebody else's situation when you're not in them. When you're not in that situation. Like when your heart is
Right,
not
when your emotions are nothing.
people do it all the time. But sometimes you're being honest with yourself. Like you may not be emotionally equipped to deal with a situation where somebody is able to just run rampant and do whatever they want to do as long as they don't embarrass you. That may not be your requirement. We're talking about when it is. You understand what I'm saying? There are probably more people who would not agree to a situation like that, but we have to acknowledge the fact that there are situations that are based right on that. The only rules in this relationship, or should I say in these relationships, are that don't break me financially or don't embarrass me. If you don't do that, we can work this out. I can work out all your fuck ups. You are a social worker case for me. Romantically. You know what I'm saying? Huh?
But you did ask me about me though, right?
Ask you about what?
You did ask me about me though, right?
About we?
Would I have I ever been in that situation?
Oh, no. I'm saying you probably wouldn't allow a situation like that, but you may know people who would. You know what I'm saying? And there are just people out there. I know that I've known people where this situation existed, or at least it looked that way. If it wasn't that way, it sure as hell looked that way. And the interesting thing about it is these relationships lasted a long time, a lot longer than these so-called healthy relationships. I can't call it, but for whatever reason,
that's because on the outside, you never know what's going on in the inside with either individual. Like you never know if both of them have agreed to, or even if they didn't verbally agree, they both, like you said, maybe living separate lives, but just maintain a relationship together in a home of some semblance. Like it may not be the love that's keeping them together. It may be something else. So, it's hard to say on the outside. And then people are not always going to be forthcoming when it comes to their private relationships. And they may tell you a portion of what's going on, but they may not tell you 100% what it is.
Right. Yeah. I mean, listen, therapeutically, it's healthier to let out what you're feeling and say how you're feeling and all that kind of stuff. But sometimes it just don't seem like the right time or don't feel like the right way. Like, shoot, you already trying to avoid a situation where the person that you're dealing with romantically doesn't embarrass you. You think you're gonna take a chance on somebody that you're not sleeping with? Have your friends looking at you all sideways and crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you just gonna let your man, you know what I mean? Like you just gonna let your man do this and that, or you gonna let your girl do this, that, and the third. And it is males and females who allow this shit. It's not just a female thing. I know we probably think that women go through it more, and that may be true, but they certainly aren't the only ones. They are not. You know what I'm saying? I have definitely known men who knew their woman was out there, and I saw them not do nothing about it. And I was like, shit, if I didn't know no better, it looks more like he's trying to keep us from saying anything about it more than to try to stop it. And this was his wife. This wasn't his girl. You know what I'm saying? But I've seen it. I've seen black people. I've seen black men go through this. I've seen white men go through this. Okay.
Right.
For example, there was this white guy that I used to work with. He was older than me. He was older than me by about, he was my old head. He was about 60 when I was about, let's say 43, 44, you know what I mean? 44, 45, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he was messing around with this young girl. Now he wasn't paid. He ain't had no bunch of money or nothing like that. But he supplemented his income. He gambled a lot. And he was a pretty good gambler, so you know, he would stack on the money. I mean, he bet on everything. He bet on games. He played the horses and all of that. He was an avid gambler. Like gambling was his supplemental income that was more like his better income. He wasn't making a lot of money. Anyway, his girl was living with him. This man didn't have any kids. Think about like a 60, 61, 62-year-old man don't have no kids. And he has a young girl that does have a child or two or some shit like that. And they staying with him.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, even though me and him wasn't cool, we wasn't close like that. Sometimes it would get so heavy with him that he would come and tell me about what's going on in his house. And I was like, I'm listening like, damn, man. Yo, this is some crazy shit. I remember one time he knew that she was cheating. And he sort of, the way he told me, it was sort of like, how can I put it? He tried to kick it like he agreed, like they agreed to this, but I knew he wasn't messing with nobody else. I knew this for a fact by the things that he was saying, but she was giving him the business. So his whole thing was, listen, just don't leave me or whatever. You know, he has low self-esteem for sure. He had low self-esteem.
But did it seem more offensive because of his age and the fact that it was a young girl, the one who was doing the cheating in it? Is that what's so offensive?
See, I ain't gonna front. I don't understand white people's relationships. So like the things that they do, I can't really relate to because they just don't move how we move. Like even when they cheat, their motivation for cheating ain't the same as ours. You understand what I mean? So I was like, so let me get this straight. You providing for her, even though you don't make that much money, but you triple the funds by gambling. So you gotta gamble on a regular basis. You took her into your crib and she got a child, but she do. I think that she did drugs too. So, you know, she go out and get high and maybe fuck another nigga and all of that. Oh yeah. He told me of a scenario that she told him where she was trying to kick it like this dude that she was messing around with was just a friend. And he was like, come on. This is how he said, come on. Like, I'm not stupid. I know what's going on. But I'm like, but you it's going on at your crib, son. Like she wasn't bringing him to the crib, but she coming home to your crib, doggy.
Right.
So one time he put her out and he had to stay there to make sure she didn't come back. And, you know, he was trying to get the landlord to change the lock. It was crazy. And I'm like, yo, so let me get this straight. You kicked your chick out of your crib that you paid for, and you had to make sure that she didn't come back in your crib. That really sounded like role reversal to me. You understand what I mean?
Right.
Like normally it's the woman worrying about this nigga coming back into the crib, you know, acting all crazy, violence, might have to call the cops or whatever. But yeah, it was I can't say what I can't say is as long as she didn't embarrass him, because he didn't seem easily embarrassed. I mean, to come and tell me, like I said, that this wasn't my man.
Right.
I ain't rock with him
Right.
like that. So maybe embarrassment wasn't the thing, and he didn't have a lot of money, so I don't think it was about him being broken financially. But I think that there may have been something in between where like one thing I did sense about him, he really loved this girl for whatever reason, you know what I mean? But he did love her, and he was caught out there. And I was like, whew. I really wanted to see what she looked like. I wanted to see what she. I really wanted to see what she looked like. Like I want to see. I never saw what she looked like. I'm trying to think. Did he show me a picture of her one time?
No, you wouldn't remember.
Not necessarily, because I ain't. Some things. Some things I don't reserve mental space for. You know what I mean? Like, he might have showed me. I don't know. If he did, I don't remember. I know I imagine her being some kind of blonde bimbo, but not like really, really pretty, but pretty enough for an old head to love. You know how that go. Old heads, they'd take a drug addict, and you know what I'm saying? She might have been he likes skinny women. She might have been on some old anorexic, you know what I mean, dope fiend type shit. He liked them little. I remember that. He liked them little. Little. Them little petite chicks, you know what I mean? Wear like a size somewhere between 0 and 3. And he liked them short and little. Like, he used to be like, oh yeah, that's my speed right there. If a chick had any type of weight on her, he was like, I don't mean like real weight. I mean just a little, like a little, something to like if she had, he needed them. He wanted them like this. If they was any way, yeah. As a matter of fact, let's do it like this. He wanted them like this. If they was like this, it was a problem. Because I was like, oh, you like them little Johns. Them. He like, how them chicks in the movies, you can easily pick them up and throw them on the counter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, 100 pounds soaking wet, that type shit. I'm saying that because I ain't want to do it. I ain't want to. If I would have did like this and this, that's way, that's giving the wrong impression. So I had to do thin and still thin, but this is thin with meat on your bones. This is thin, like no ass, no straight up and down. She was the truth. She was straight up and down. He wanted them no lies, straight up and down.
I get the point.
Yeah, shit was crazy. That shit is crazy, son. It's sucked up. But yeah, so it's not only men who go through this crazy stuff. It's not only women who go through this crazy stuff. There are men out there who get caught too. The heart is a crazy thing. It is. It's a confusing organ. But when a person is only worried about you not messing up their money, it's hard to tell whether their heart is involved in the interaction or not. You know what I mean? Yeah. Because it's like,
I would say no.
You gonna say no? All right.
Yeah, I would say no.
We might gotta go with no.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
You got a little self-esteem.
That's all right. I can buy me some more.
No. 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 You read slow in the class when you get called on by the teacher. You got a little self-esteem. Shout out to PP Boy. Shout out to PP Boy and Onion Girl. Shout out. Friday night, baby. Friday night. All right. Okay. So, all right. Okay. I'm good with this. We about to get on about it here. We're gonna do these birthday shout outs. I want to let y'all know that we will be having Urban Therapy with Sun show tomorrow and Sunday. So make sure y'all here tomorrow, 11:30ish. Y'all know how I do. You know what I mean? I want to say 11, but it'll probably be like 11:30. So don't worry about it. If it's 11:15 and y'all don't see nothing going on, everything is gonna be all right. Speaking of everything hip hop, what's going on? Oh, he says Mars is. Don't ask me that right now. So hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I might got a topic. Hold on. This is too much pressure. You gonna just ask me all out of the blue.
So you felt like sharing. I thought
When I guess I do have a topic. The topic for tomorrow is the reason why you hurt when they hurt. Okay. The reason why you hurt when they hurt. So when they cough and they coughing up, you know what I mean? By the way, I had the Rona last night. I'm good now, but last night I had the Rona, and I had the Rona. You know what I mean? Messing with them nasty ass out of town family members of mine. Last night I had the Rona, but I drunk this shit, and I'm good now. No more Rona. So Colin Ream officially cures the Rona, and that's an actual fact. I'm the 2021 Dr. Sabi out this bitch.
Is this an infomercial?
Something like that. And this batch right here is real smooth. I can feel the Rona running away from my throat. I see it in there trying to go this way and that way. Ain't getting away. Colin Ream kills the Rona. Huh?
How much is that cost?
As long as you don't break me, and as long as you don't embarrass me, I'll give it to you. This here's the fountain of youth. If my daddy would have drunk this, he would have. All right, listen. Okay. All right. Listen. Chill. Chill. We got to do these birthday shout outs. All right. That's that. Listen, I want to thank you for calling in. It was a pleasure. I hope to hear from you again real soon. You have a great night. Please be safe out there. Wear your mask. It ain't over. The Rona ain't over. At least until you get some of this.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Okay.
Have a good evening.
You too. All right, y'all. It's like that, y'all. It's like that. Colin Ream kills cancer. Cures cancer. You drink this, you be cancer free. Do I have cancer? No. You know why? Colin Ream. That's why. That's why. That's why. We have some birthday shout outs to do. Some people were born on this glorious July 23rd, the first day of Leo. I said July 23rd, the first day of Leo. I said July 21st. July 23rd, the first day of Leo, and they deserve to be acknowledged. So let's go about our business of acknowledging them and making them feel special because they are special because they are special because they are SPECIAL. They are the LEO. SPECIAL. The LEO. SPECIAL. They are the LEO. Number one out the box, Tamina Mimi Hughes. Happy birthday to you. And also Shalisa Webb turning 43 years old today. And Shelly Seals. Go get her. Shelly Seals turning 45 years. Bow, 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 bow. Yeah. What up now? Happy birthday to you, Shelly Shell. And Kevin Williams turning 43 years old today. And Robert Bailey turning 52 years old today. And Amber Bonner turning 40 years. Bow, 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 bow. Turning 40 years old today. Amber. And Shalise Brower turning 61 years old today. And Devon Hammonds. And she is a twin with Yvonne Hammonds. And also Troy Gillard. Happy birthday to you. And Marley Gardia turning 38 years old today. She got the 38. Okay. And Joanna Parker turning 33 years old today. And David Howes, happy birthday to you. And Stacy Womack, happy birthday to you. And my man Eric White turning 53 years old today. Happy birthday, E. And Mark Crawford turning 64 years old today. And my man Robert Santiago, happy birthday to you. And Claudia Robinson, happy birthday to you. And Renee Ivy. Last but not least, Renee Ivy. I want to say happy birthday to you. I want to say happy birthday to all of you and anyone else out there who shares this birthday on this glorious Leo. July 23rd, anywhere out there in the world, worldwide, internationally, and universally. All of y'all go ahead and turn up. But don't turn up too loud. Just turn up loud enough so everybody can hear you. Rock out, rock on and do the damn, the rock out, rock on and do the damn, rock out, rock on and do the damn thing. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. You do your thing, y'all. Represent the queens and kings. Somebody called late. I hope they just trying to get a birthday shout out. I'll check this out. All right, caller with the last number is 8. Wait a minute. 8125. You're going to have to make it short. Welcome to the Daily Go Get 'Emism Show. What's on your mind?
All right. If today is your birthday, happy birthday to you too. If not, happy birthday anyway. So I saw the headline and you were talking about don't embarrass me. So is that about when men and women get together and they tell each other how to dress or anything like that?
No. It's more about what the parameters of your relationship might be based on that would either cause a person to leave you or stay with you. So when we say don't break me, I mean that don't mess up this money. You can do whatever you want to in this relationship that you want to, but don't mess up the money. Make sure that there are no late notices, no foreclosures, no eviction notices, no what do you call it? When they come repossess your car.
Nothing that affects you financially in a negative
Exactly.
way.
So you can do whatever you want. You can cheat. You can have children outside of the relationship. You can almost treat me like shit. Make sure my money is right. And as unorthodox as it is, some people live that way. And the other way is don't embarrass me. So you can do everything that's embarrassing, but make sure that my mom, my dad, my sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins, co-workers, and neighbors don't come around asking me questions about your behavior. Don't embarrass me.
Okay, I got it.
All right.
All right. Well, that covers a wide spectrum. I don't know why anybody would want to put up with even one of those because of ideology as wide as they are.
Right.
I'm one for making boundaries. You say some people live according to the first one, where you can do anything you want, but just don't make me broke. So
Right.
That would seem to apply to me, to somebody who has like a trophy wife.
Exactly.
wants to present her
Exactly.
parties. Yeah.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So it happens.
And the second one, yeah.
Mhm. Now it could be a situation where
yeah.
you require both. Don't embarrass me and don't mess up the money. It could be both.
Well, I hope people are like that. Well, let me take that back. People shouldn't even have that kind of long leash. You can do anything you want, but don't mess up my money. No, you can't do anything you want, and you can't financially make me go broke either. That's my philosophy. The other one, don't embarrass me, is do not act like a moron. Do not act like a jackass. Hold yourself in high esteem, and you and I will get along just fine. So neither one of those particular philosophies, which I guess do apply to some people, I wouldn't indulge in.
Yeah. Yeah. We were basically talking about unconventional and unorthodox types of situations or relationships. You know, they may not be what you enter into.
Yeah, like they have in Hollywood.
A lot of what happens in Hollywood is unconventional and unorthodox. But I don't think that Hollywood is that separate from the majority of people that are out here. Not everybody shares what goes on, you know, in their bedroom or in their home spaces. But you'll find that it's some crazy shit. I mean, when you really think about it, think about how TV portrayed married relationships back in the day. You remember the Leave It to Beaver show? You remember?
Yeah.
The husband and the wife didn't even sleep in the same bed. What kind of shit was that?
That's true.
Yeah.
That is true.
That wasn't representative of what was going on. Yeah, that was
during that time. It was during the 50s. It was, because even married women and married couples, they had a Puritan mindset. Catholic women in particular were trained not to even enjoy sex. They had to marry for the purposes of procreation, having a family. And a lot of them felt that if they enjoyed sex, it was almost sinful, if not outright a sin. So yeah, I remember those 50s TV shows.
Yeah. Oh, theoretically, yeah. Catholics always had strong barriers towards sexuality, but most Catholics broke them. They figured, well, we're gonna pray it off anyway. They go just go in confession, and get rid of. Listen, if gangsters could pray away 10 bodies that they had on their hands, then I think you could blow off a couple of orgasms.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the orgasm city. Are you kidding? Please. Confession was the way out. Confession was that weasel clause in the Catholic religion. Yeah, the freaking mob. They would go to mass on Sunday. They would they would go to confession on Saturday, take communion on Sunday, and kill somebody's mother on Monday.
That's right.
And then go back and confess.
That's right. Wash, rinse, and repeat.
That's right. That's what it was. The Catholic religion was something else.
It still is.
It was so oppressive.
It still is.
It had that weasel clause.
So, yeah, a lot of things happen, you know, in our personal lives that, you know, some we may not share, and some we may some may come out whether we wanted to keep it on the low or not. But these are just some of the extreme situations that we may be placed in, and it floats some people's boats. You know.
Yeah, well, those people, it's like the trophy wife situation you and I were talking about before. Somebody going up the corporate ladder, they need a particular type of wife to make them look good so that they can get either the law partnership or become board of directors, but pretty close to it. And yeah, everything had to be looking good, but behind the scenes, it was, it was Orgasm City, and it was Sin City, and it was everything but up and up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh well. Well, listen, man. I appreciate you calling in. That was the last
Okay.
that was the last this effort. But I appreciate you. Thanks for calling in. I'll talk to you next time.
Sure.
All right.
Okay, take it easy.
All right, peace. All right, y'all. And that's gonna do it. We are out of here. This has been another installment of the Daily Go Getimism Show. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. Peace to all my day ones, my everydays, and my brand news. I love y'all to death. Resuscitate y'all. I love y'all back to life. Make sure that y'all hit that like button. Make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure that y'all share the show. And I will see y'all tomorrow, 11:30. You know how it goes. All right, so Blog Talk, get you on up out of here. You go bye-bye. You go...
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
And for my Instagrammers with the 5 Slammer Jammer, thanks for coming through and letting me lend you my grammar that's real. Peace. And for my YouTubers, y'all know what to doobers. I had some fun tonight. That was crazy. Peace, y'all.